nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Londa. I'm here with another episode of Justheretovent. First of all, I just came back in the house. I was outside hustling tonight, selling my liquor pop here. Make sure y'all go follow my Instagram. It's my business page. I ain't got that many followers, but I definitely got a lot of good product. I do deliveries, all of that. It's called Pop1_Liquor Pop is the name of my business page, and my LLC is called Pop1 the L Shot LLC. So I'm hype, y'all. I'm pressed. I ain't gonna lie. It's giving. So I went out there tonight, went to go hustle out some popsicles. You know, I almost sold everything that I had, but it was some Karen out there hating on me. Oh, it's after 2 o'clock. You can't be selling liquor out here. But mind you, who are you? Oh, exactly. No one. So I just wanted to get into that with y'all and let y'all know what was going on with that. So as y'all can probably hear in the background, my son is still up. Don't ask me what. He's not still up. He woke back up. So now he's not trying to go back to sleep. So pray for me, y'all, because I got to be to work at 10 o'clock, and I'm doing this review right now a little after 3 a.m. So it is what it is. So let's get into it. So I'm doing the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 15 Reunion Part 1 review. If this is your first time here, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button first, the notification button second, and the third is the like, okay? Thank you so much. Share if you care. Leave a comment. Do all of those things. And if you're returning, you know, welcome back. Thank you for supporting me. I'm definitely trying to have my channel grow. So, yeah. Now, let's get into the reunion. So, it starts off, you know, of course, they doing their backstage scenes. Sheree's like, oh, I'm always ready to read a bitch. Marlo's basically saying that everybody's copies everything that she does, which I still don't know what the hell she means by that. Definitely getting very much confused. Sanya was getting beat. Drew was getting beat. Drew, they came out ready. So, I think that Candy came out first. No, Kenya came out first. Then Kenya came out first. Then Marlo came out. And then I think maybe Sheree came out after Kenya. And then it was Marlo, Candy, and then they all started to fall out. Drew, and then Sanya maybe came out last. Bam. So Andy, you know, they show him at the beginning. He's sitting there, you know, meditating because he already knows it's about to be given all kinds of drama. I can't believe that they only did the part 2. And am I the only one, before I get into the review, that feel like the reunion was rushed? Like they was trying to jam everything in? I feel like they definitely could have made it into 3 parts because we felt rushed watching it. Like, it was just like that. It was like, oh, it was just going so fast. It was almost like watching it, we seen everything that was in the trailer for the reunion. That's what it felt like to me. So it was just really, really crazy with that. So first order of business, they come out, they're kind of discussing the season. I think they started talking about Sheree and the situation with the child or whatever, and how she didn't know about the child that Bob had. And, you know, Andy asked Sheree if she knew, and she was like, did your kids know? And she said, yeah, the kids knew. And she was like, well, why do you think that they didn't tell you? She was like, well, probably because they knew that I didn't give a shit. Sheree always comes off like she doesn't care about anything. She's not bothered. And then it's even like, you know, she always comes off like she's forgiving, but then she'll bring something back up that she forgave you for, leading us to believe that she didn't really forgive you. So I'm just really, really thoroughly confused about that. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me if y'all notice that. Tell me if y'all see that. See, I'm a season 1 watcher. I've been watching since season 1. I've never missed an episode. So I'm a fan, and I've really watched these women grow from then to now. Obviously, we got some newbies such as Drew. She's only been here, this is like her 3rd season, I think. Yeah, this is about her 3rd season, I think it is. And I just feel like, you know, Sheree's just always seeming like she's so unbothered, but really bothered though. Like definitely very, very bothered, right? So she basically said her piece on that. Candy spoke up and said, you know, she asked Bob a lot of questions because she was just feeling like that wasn't really the time or the place. There was a lot of side quiet talk going on, and I love that they had the what is that called? The captions up, like, you know, when they were talking quietly to themselves on the couch, child, because they was throwing all kinds of shit, Sheree and Marlo. That whole couch, Sheree, Marlo, and Sanya, it just gives very negative energy over there. It seems like they just, to me, they all come off like they're haters. Like, it seemed like the whole theme of this was like, let's all just come at Kandi. Even Andy started out like, oh, hey, Kandi, thanks for scheduling us in, throwing shade. How y'all throwing shade at somebody because they're busy? I don't understand that. Like, she is a mother of 3. Yes, one of her children are grown. She has several businesses. She has a husband. She has a house to take care of. I'm sure she takes care of several of her family members. And yes, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all watch my reviews. Yes, I am a fan of Kandi, but that doesn't mean that if she's wrong, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'm still rocking with her. No, I'm going to speak on it because at the end of the day, that's who I am. You know what I mean? I just feel like I'm going to always keep it real no matter what. And I feel like, yeah, it just seems like they trying to push her out. That's what it seems like. They trying to push her out. Everybody acting like they scared to speak up. Now, let's get into, the back and forth with Drew and Kandi. Well, the first back and forth was actually with Sheree and Kandi, which I thought was really weird because, first of all, Andy is the one that threw the shade at Sheree, was basically saying, like, you have a weird relationship or a funny relationship with your bills or whatever. She ain't really say nothing to Andy about that. It just seemed like she was throwing all of her shade at Kandi. And to me, I think that Kandi represents what Sheree wants to be, which is successful, which is having a successful business, having a successful relationship. We have never seen Sheree in a relationship on this show. Talk to me. Have y'all remember seeing Sheree in a relationship on this show? Besides going through her divorce with Bob, then tried to bring Bob back like they was dating again. Girl, bye. Go away. Go away from me with this Apollo, please. Bye. See you later. See you later, Sheree. So she's coming at Kandi. Basically, she's standing up saying like, oh, Kandi, you could never have this body. They're going back and forth about she by Sheree. Really, she by Shein. And it's like, Sheree, you do have stuff on your site that's overpriced. If you're building your stuff like it's a brand, meaning like you're a designer, right? You're coming out saying you're a designer. You can't be taking other products from other sites that we all know about, right? And just putting your brand on it. That's not being a designer. I don't know if you know that. And just like Kandi said, you had all of these fashions that were on the runway, but less than half, maybe not even a fucking quarter, if anything, was on the site. And that was because the guy had came out after, it was all in the blogs, it was all over. It had came out basically saying that she didn't pay him. Sheree, what's wrong with you? Why do you think that you are exempt from bills? What I really want to know is, how are you keeping the chateau up and running, right? How are you keeping that place up and running when you don't pay none of your bills? You're confusing to me, Sheree. Like, I need answers on that. I feel like you're envious of Kandi, and I feel like that's what it's reading as. I feel like it shows that you're jealous of Kandi. Like, that's what I see. I think that all of the viewers see that, and if you don't see it, I'm telling you, make sure you start paying attention. Because Sheree, you remember during the season, Sheree and Kandi had that sit down. They were sitting outside, and they was talking about the business. She was saying she didn't respect how Kandi said X, Y, and Z about it. But mind you, what Kandi said to her was like, okay, I haven't said anything different than was on the blogs that came out first. Everybody has said something about the website, including Sanya, including Marlo. You know what I mean? Your so-called ride or dies. And it's like, you just seem like y'all all just trying to build an alliance against Kandi because y'all is envious because she getting more money than all of y'all. Y'all feel like because she's the highest paid, I feel like if she leaves and they bring somebody new in, that would probably fatten your check. That's what I'm getting from the reunion so far. Y'all tell me if y'all agree with that down in the comments. Please let me know, because I'm just feeling like, Sheree, sit your ass down. Then what makes me mad about Sheree is she lies so much. Her and Drew is damn near two sides of the same mother effing coin, because you lie so much, Sheree. Like, every time you lie, you start stuttering. That's how we know you be lying. Every time you lie, you start stuttering. So Drew and Sheree are kind of going back and forth a little bit. I forgot what they were going back and forth about. I don't think it was anything of real importance. But somehow, some way, Sheree brings that back around to Kandi. I don't even know how. Like, she was like, yeah, I pay my bills. Mind you, Andy is the one that threw the shade to Sheree about not paying her bills. But yet you bringing out some pamphlet of She News. And I like what Kandi said, because they was doing so much yelling you couldn't really hear. That's what Sheree does. All she tried to do is overtalk somebody. Like, girl, you be lying, so you might as well really just shut up. Like, you are making yourself look stupid. It's clear that you're a liar. It's clear that you don't know what truth is. And you're clearly delusional. Very. Then you finally had to break down and say, yeah, me and Martell not doing this. I deserve better, this and third. Girl, y'all, nobody ever believed y'all was together anyway. No one believed that. We all know that it was just a part of a storyline because you have nothing else going on. You don't. Like, every time we come to your scenes, if you're not with one of the other girls and you at your house, what do you really have going on for real, Sheree? Nothing. You still be on this show wearing everything but She by Sheree. Why would I support you when you don't even support your own stuff? Like, I'm just trying to understand that. Then she's saying to Candy, like, Candy was just basically saying, like, you got all these shots in your face. You talking about we getting shots. And Marlo even said, like, you know, there's not a person on this couch that hasn't gotten work done. As far as I know with Candy, what she has gotten done is a breast implant. She said she got them a little rejuvenated, a little bit bigger. What's her name? Kenya has never really copped to anything, but we all know she's had work done. And then the same thing with Sheree. She tried to lie. You couldn't even just say, I went and got a nose job because, you know, I just wanted to do a little refresher. Andy is the one that pointed that out first, like, you look really refreshed. Oh, now that makes me remember. That's what her and Drew were arguing about basically Sheree trying to look like Drew. And then Candy even said, yeah, I was only talking about one specific picture where you did look just like Drew. And then here comes Sheree basically saying, oh, this is the worst I've ever looked. So I'm perplexed. You going around, you taking pictures, you doing interviews with this worst look that you're saying that you have. It's real confusing. It's like basically you was, in so many words, trying to say that, you know, Drew is ugly. Or you basically is trying to say that, you know, Drew is not good looking. And if she looked like you in that picture, then that's her not looking good, basically. That's, in a roundabout way, Sheree, that's what she was really trying to say. So that was what her and Drew were arguing about. And that's how she gets out to this pamphlet. And what's up with the props? Like, y'all, child with the props. And I like that Candy was like, first of all, you got all this time to sit here and go do research. Thank you, baby. You got all this time to go do research or whatever. And thank you, baby. You got all this time to go and do research and, you know, make a pamphlet, make copies, do all of this, type all of this stuff up, do my reviews for my restaurant, this and the third. But your site is barely up, first of all. Second of all, you don't support your brand. Third of all, like Candy said, you've been talking about She by Sheree since season 1. This season 15. And you still don't have it together. You've been trying to get a business off the ground for damn near 15 years. And you're coming at a woman who has had a successful store being open. And just like Candy said, we sell other people's clothes in our store. We're not out here pretending to be a designer, taking other people's fashions and putting our logo on it. And that's true. She's selling clothes. That's it. That's not the same thing as saying you're a designer. Just that's the reason why you don't have none of that stuff on your site, because you didn't pay that man. And just like Candy said on her speak on it tonight, if y'all didn't watch it, make sure y'all go watch it. Jamie is on there, the Shade Queen, child. Now I can kind of see why Portia slapped her. No shade, Jamie, because I do like you, but I can see you got a little smart mouth and you probably got flipping with the mouth with Portia and she wasn't going for it. Had you in the alley somewhere begging for your life. I'm sorry. I should have said that. Because I do like Jamie. I do. She asks great questions. She's good at what she does. She's good at editing. Apparently, she also is a stylist. She was the one that styled Mayetta. Which, I'll be honest, I do feel like those pants could have been a little bit more form-fitting. But the top was nice. She did look nice. So, it was good. You know what I mean? I personally feel like the whole pamphlet situation was kind of corny of Sheree. I feel like, why are you sitting here doing that when you know good and gosh darn well that you don't even have nothing going on for real? Like, you don't even really have nothing going on for real, Sheree. Like, you know what I mean? You don't. So it just makes me feel like it's jealousy, you know? And then you bring out this bag because you saying that Drew and was saying that, excuse me, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Can you go that way? You basically is saying that, come here. Y'all, because he can't live without me, child.
Hi, Dad. Hi.
So you basically is saying that, go ahead, go sit down, please. Thank you. They saw enough, and so did I. So you basically is saying that, he just made me lose my whole train of thought. You basically is saying that, you know, you brought out the bag. You try to throw another shade at Candy. Why all this shade being thrown at Candy, Sheree, when I thought y'all squashed y'all beef on the show. That's what makes me feel like you be harboring stuff. You still mad because she's successful and you're not. That's what this is all about. Your whole end scene was corny. It didn't hit how you thought it was going to hit. So just stop. Then, obviously, you know, Andy started asking a question about the whole kiss with LaToya and everything like that. And, you know, here comes Drew calling Candy a candy-coated liar, child. I said, ooh, Lord, fix the Jesus, child. I had to clutch my invisible pearls, baby girl. I said, candy-coated lies. Oh, okay, Drew. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one. Had me screaming. But I'm just like, I feel like, what is all of that for when you know that you're lying? And I had to agree with Candy when she said, you know, you probably do be gaslighting, bro. Because after y'all going back and forth, first of all, Candy had read Sheree told her she was a raggedy, low down, dirty B, which she is. You are low down, you raggedy. You saw somebody look good, you could never. Okay, you look good after what you got your face done. You was looking real swollen on that show. Why would you continue to do filming when you know you about to go get a nose job? And instead of just saying I got a nose job, you still had to lie and say, oh, I was having trouble breathing, so I just tweaked my nose. Girl, like, you one of them people that would make somebody, like, want to put their hands on you, because it's just like, girl, can you ever tell the truth? Sheree, all you do is lie. You're delusional just like Drew. Y'all both is liars. Liars. That's what y'all doing, okay? They got into a little bit about Marlo's storyline and, you know, her trying to get her record expunged and she trying to be a better person and whoop-de-whoop, girl, child, boring, just like the show. And, you know, when when Drew and Candy were getting into it, Candy was just like, girl, you was a lying A-B. You a lying A-ho. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like you was gaslighting Ralph. And then at the end of their little back and forth, Drew had the audacity to say, are we good? Everybody started laughing because, bitch, no, we not good. Absolutely not. Even Andy was like, I don't think you guys are good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Andy is funny. I don't care what nobody say. Andy is funny where you want to be. So it's like, no, y'all absolutely is not good, and you know that y'all not good. So, like, stop. So then they move on from there. Obviously, we all know that Drew lied, and we know that she kissed Toya. And then, you know, after the unpleasantries, not the pleasantries, child, but after the unpleasantries, then they bring out the friend of the shows, Stroke Face Courtney, child. Stroke Face Courtney. They brought her out. And then they brought out Mayetta as well. And then Mayetta started to talk about what she was witnessing as the collusion. And then, what's up with, what is this girl's name? Courtney always asking people, well, what are you going to do about it? You be acting like you about that life, like you tough, like you could fight. Is there something that we don't know? Is there something that we don't know, Courtney? Thank you, baby. Is there something that we don't know, Courtney? What you out here beating people down or something? Because you be talking like, you know what I'm saying? You be talking like, you know, you is about the life of a fighter or something. And first of all, y'all too old. Personally, first of all, I'm 32 years old. And I'm too old to be fighting. And I'm pretty sure everybody on that stage is older than that. So I don't understand what is this meaning of what you going to do. Because that's what she was saying with her. And Drew finally went back and forth. Because Drew was like, basically, bitch, don't you ever bring up my son or nothing that got to do with my son. And I do understand that. And then she was like, I never brought up your son. And even Andy was like, no, you did. You thought the cameras was down. And they were not. And I love that they always have to go back, because how can y'all possibly lie when we have everything taped? When y'all know they can go back. When everything's being recorded. Why are y'all still lying? It just makes me feel like, are y'all pathological liars? Because pathological liars are someone that have no control. They make up lies out of thin air. They can't stop themselves from lying. It's a problem, right? And I feel like Drew has that problem. Clearly, Courtney is also sharing that same issue. And we all know that crazy Sheree is also a pathological liar. Like, she's been caught in so many lies. That's why she always stuttering. You could hear the crickets when they was asking her when the She by Sheree supposed to be coming out a few seasons ago, and she was like, joggers, September, spring, summer, which is you know, a famous quote now. But it's just like, girl, you just lie all the time. And you're, like I said, you've been trying to get a business off the ground for 14 years, girl. 14 years. You had a great fashion show, but it would have been nice to have those fashions on your site. I would never buy nothing off your site, because It's inexpensive clothes that you're trying to sell. Like, first of all, she's talking about ain't nothing in candy store over $10. That's probably why she's still in business, number one. Number two, it's a store that is open. Number three, your site is up. Sometimes it's down. Number four, your stuff is overpriced. Number five, your stuff is on a different site and all you did was just put your logo on it. Please have several seats, Sheree. Just sit down. You don't stand up no more, please. We don't care how good you look with your body. What we care about is this debacle of a website. That's what we care about. Well, actually, that's what we don't care about. I'll be killing myself. But no, it's just, it's giving way too much. It's just too much. It's too much, Sheree. Like, I'm sorry. Away with her. For real. So, Mayette's basically telling, like, her side. And then, you know, her and Courtney are going back and forth. They're having some words. Courtney seems not just thirsty. Her mouth is dry. She's everything that means I need a drink. That's what Courtney gives. Like, you just do too much. You always talking about oh, Ralph is confiding in me. He's talking to me. You're not even really related by blood. It's giving, are y'all sleeping together? Inquiring minds want to know. Because that's what it's giving. You sitting there talking to him. Y'all barely know each other, girl. But you know him so much that you going to tell him that it seems like you got a vendetta against Drew. You just automatically taking Ralph's side and you barely know him. You don't think that Ralph be lying, that he could be gaslighting the situation? I just feel like, and it's not even about, you know, doing like, oh, being a woman's woman or a girl's girl. It's not nothing about that. It's the fact that you just meeting them both at the same time, but you're not giving Drew that equal opportunity. You're only giving that to Ralph because he's your cousin who is not even really related to you by blood. Courtney, please, away with you two. Please, go away from me with this Apollo. Like, Courtney, go away. So they get into that situation. Marlo did also share that Phaedra and Courtney are both, I guess, helping her try to get her record expunged and everything like that. So I just think it's real crazy. You know what I mean? Give me one moment. My bad, y'all. I'm back. I had to whoop a little ass. My son is acting crazy right now. He does not. His job is to make sure that I don't get anything accomplished. But as y'all can see, I'm going to get everything accomplished that I need to get done, okay? So, getting back into the review and the recap of the reunion part 1. Mayetta was basically just saying, like, how she felt about Courtney. And, you know, they were talking. And then, you know, Courtney and Drew started getting into it towards the end. That's kind of how the reunion ended, where Drew is basically telling Courtney, like, don't ever bring up my son, like, ever. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? Like, I don't like that whole what are you going to do, because I'm going to be honest. Don't challenge me. Somebody like me, don't challenge me. Because it's like, I don't ever pretend to be tough. I'm not no fighter, none of that stuff. But don't be poking me like, oh, what I'm going to do, because I will do something. Okay? You heard it here first. I will do something. So just please, don't be doing all that around me. All this, oh, what you gonna do? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see you after the show. How about that? We don't need cameras. I don't need an audience to do nothing. I don't need an audience to check nobody. Like, I feel like even though Drew is a pathological liar, I'm on her side against Courtney because Courtney is so annoying. Courtney gives thirsty. I didn't like when Drew threw the whole plum because, like, why? That was kind of, what is up with you? And these corny ass props, Drew. Like, why do you need a prop? That just further gives me the impression that you always is acting. Like, you always putting on the show. Like, I don't get it. But I completely understand your argument against Courtney. It's just like, you so hype defending Ralph. You don't even know this man for real. You talking about, oh, we talk, we confide. And it's like, I could kind of see what Drew was saying, that maybe, you know, her and Ralph was talking and Ralph was kind of pushing her to say certain things, do certain things. That's how I feel. And then Marlo had me cracking up, child, because she gonna say, to Drew, like, yeah, you know, Ralph did reach out to me. Marlo will make you smack the shit out of her. Because he Ralph reached out to me, bitch. I wish you would tell me my man's reaching out to you. I don't care what we going through, a divorce or whatnot. Go ahead and try it. Try it, ho. So that part was a little bit funny. I ain't gonna lie. I screamed. I hollered. I'm gonna get into my next, when I do the reunion part 2. I'm gonna be talking about the outfits, and I'll be telling you what they was giving and what they were not giving as well. Okay. So I just feel like I don't know what we gonna see next week. they gonna be probably jam packing it again. I just felt like it was just too fast. Everything was like starting. They was arguing right away. But again, what I gained from this reunion, it seems like everybody on that couch over there, you know, Courtney, Marlo, Sanya, Sheree, it seems like something against Candy, you know, like they always trying to gang up on Candy. And to me, the only thing I can describe it as is envy, you know, jealousy, because she is the most successful and the most wealthy on the show. You know, she's the most known. She has the most followers, you know, and then Drew was saying like people were lying because they scared of Candy, and then Marlo shaking her head, yeah, you know, like scared of Candy for what reason though? Like, Candy don't ever be going out here acting like she's threatening people, like she's gonna do, you know, something to somebody. So I don't understand why y'all trying to put that narrative out there. And even, you know, Kenya was like, yeah, you know, she decided to fit y'all, and she said some little shade, and I didn't like Kenya saying that, because it's like, damn, like she already got all of them coming at her. At least y'all could do is have her back, like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know what that was about. It was just a lot, like I said, going on. And I just really don't understand how Sheree had time to make a whole pamphlet and copies, but you don't promote your brand. Your website is not making any money. And you still don't even have any of the fashions on your site that you had in the show. To me, I call that false advertisement. I mean, it is what it is. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Please hit that like, that subscribe, notification bell, share if you care. I'm going to be doing a review next week. And let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Bye.